what is happening is that what has always happened is that it's been whitewashed. Whatever the true story of the United States, because it was a bloodbath. Let's be real. There were many lives lost. There was a lot of property lost. There was a lot of wealth lost to people who were already here, right? And so I think that to make things nice, to make things digestible and acceptable, it's been whitewashed. And I think that's probably what empires do. I wouldn't even say like what Americans do, like empires do that. Because you can probably go and find the exact same story in China, the exact same story in Russia, the exact same story in India. Like all, it's the exact same story, the exact same playbook wherever you are. Yeah. So when it comes to what really happened, I think that the onus is, and for the United States to ever like really be something, to continue being something, the only way it's ever going to happen is that it rectifies the fact that it slaughtered indigenous people, took the land of indigenous people, brought over African people, and depended and enslaved them, and depended on that enslavement and the monetization of that enslavement to build this country into what it is today, or at least what it was 50 years ago. And I think that without doing that, this country is going to be the exact same thing as it is today, as it was 70 years ago, as it will be 70 years in the future. Because you have to rectify what the problems are. Otherwise, if the issues, think about it, if you're married, you just hope that with time, things change.
Sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, you sweep it under the rug. Like, what the fuck you think's gonna happen? Do you really think that you guys are gonna grow? Do you really think that she's gonna ever trust you? Do you really think that you can live a life where you're not scared in your sleep that she won't? You know what I mean? Damn. Like,
that is such a perfect example about the relationship between the races.
We know that there were rebellions. We know that there were people trying to escape slavery on a regular basis. We know that there were uprisings every other fucking day. You know what I mean? And like, I can see how someone who may not be like tied to that heritage can think like, yo, what was these niggas doing? Why were they just being enslaved? But people question that all the time, right? And so I understand why they question it, because they don't have the context. And I think they don't have the context because there was nothing passed down through the generations via the tongue for them to have the context. The reason why I know certain things is because my grandpa told me. The reason why I know certain things is because my grandpa told me, because his grandpa told him, and his grandpa told him. You understand? So I think that there is a certain level of connection that those of us who are ADOS have to what really happened over here. And so we're not really questioning why they're whitewashing it. We know what the fuck happened. We know why they whitewashing it. We know why they don't want people to be taught what really happened. And then on top of that, when you have people who immigrate here, when you like, oh, well, shit, the black people ain't do nothing, like, what can we do? The American black people who have been here for centuries, they didn't do nothing. And they're under somebody's thumb. Like, what can we do when we get here? All we can do is be anti-black and align with white people so that we can get ahead. Because the only reason you came here was to get ahead. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like when you don't have that particular context, it makes a huge difference.
They're not going to tell you the version. You're like, why don't you just tell the truth?
So if you're saying, oh, you couldn't have won the war, to somebody who don't know shit about history, well, they be like, well, why couldn't we have? First of all, you have to know that black people was on some uprising shit to even have the nuts to be able to fight against any people that had their fucking thumb on them. That's the whole, and I think that's sort of what Marie and I are saying. Like, you have to have the fundamentals in place before you just start saying, oh, y'all couldn't have beat England without us. Niggas wasn't just sitting around twiddling their thumbs, singing hymns. Niggas was uprising on the daily. Right, so if in your mind, you know that niggas was uprising on the daily, that means they had it in them and on them to go ahead and start some shit and be like, yo, we're fighting for this country. Even though the country don't give a fuck about us, we still don't want whatever's going on.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you have to have the fundamental, like, the building blocks of what Black people were on back then to even believe that they were on something else. You can't just, because I feel like when you just say that, oh, Black people did this. Okay. Like, if I was a white person, I'm like, oh, that's just niggas saying some stuff to make themselves feel
sound
better.
important.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Like, all the stuff that Black people have invented in this country, they don't believe that we invented that shit.
You're lying.
They do not believe that we invented. They literally don't even believe that fucking Africa is the heartbeat for mankind. So if you don't have a fucking baseline understanding of anything, why would you believe that but for Black Americans, the Revolutionary War wouldn't have been won?
In reality, they're not interested in the truth.
Thank you.
I mean, obviously, they're not interested in the truth because the whole point of the conversation is them trying to erase it.
Right.
Which I feel like we still haven't really
No, we haven't.
delved into.
We haven't.
Like,
We haven't. Like, I mean, honestly, I think this is it.
actually, I mean, the facts will always be the facts. The facts will always remain, but that is not the point of the conversation, unfortunately.
You know what? I actually think we should save that particular conversation for next week.
We done made him go upstairs.
And I'm only so saying that because there are so many fronts that are being fought with respect to them, like, erasing history.
It's on a new level.
Yeah. You know, and God, yeah.
And comprehension is at an all-time low.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
So
Jesus.
fighting a fighting battle.
And it's so, like, disheartening to have this president. It really is, because honestly, the fact that this is even happening is wild.
Yeah. You would have never
Like
imagined.
a movie.
It is, honestly, everything he does, everything that's actually taking place in this country since he's,
Taking office.
Nigga, 7 months.
no,
Can you
honestly,
imagine?
I feel like, am I the only one counting down?
I
No.
know. I can't afford
I can't get to that point.
because
to be honest.
mentally I won't make it.
Yeah.
It's just,
Maybe I gotta take this
actually
one day
crazy, because
at a
it
time.
honestly does feel like a movie. Like, oh my God, someone is actually this excited to have this much power that they're actually trying to change things in the craziest ways.
There is a significant amount of people who are negatively impacted by these policies. They fucking support it. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
And that just lets you know that, like, our education system is fucking done.
You take somebody's mind. You're
I
good.
mean, when the mind is gone, baby, you ain't got nothing. Think about it. You have women who are literally
voting against their own. Like, all you got to do is take control of somebody's mind.
That's also what's scary about this presidency is that he has such a crazy cult following.
Yeah.
I really can't wrap my head around it, because I'm like, when have we ever seen this before?
Imagine how our parents and grandparents think. And I'm saying that, like, think about your parent, like when your mom, remember you told us about how your grandfather raised, who did he raise? He raised
my mom and her siblings.
Because
My grandmother was back and forth.
Think about, like, the sacrifice that they made. They're like, oh, we're going to sacrifice. We're going to get our kids to America. X, Y, and Z. There's more freedom there. There's more policies there, X, Y, and Z. And, like, now you didn't sacrifice all this shit to end up in the exact same situation
for sure.
that you left.
My aunt, my mom's sister, absolutely terrified to travel out of the country. She's like,
I know some people who are the same. Yeah.
I don't know, Trump might. And I was just like, oh my God, I feel so bad for her because she really doesn't even want to go home. To Trinidad.
Reality.
Honestly,
I mean, her home is here
yeah.
now, but even just to like
visit.
Yeah.
she doesn't want to until he's out of office because she doesn't know what could happen.
Yeah.
But you understand what I'm saying? Just think about that. Like, you literally sacrifice a lot. You sacrifice time with your kids, raising them to go somewhere else, to build a life, to bring them over, to have a better life. And now you're back in the exact same situation. That shit is wild. Can you imagine how fucking stupid you feel? Because I even asked my grandfather last time I was in Houston. We were talking. I was just like, how does this make you feel about being in the same position that y'all was in 60, 70 years ago? You know what I mean? That has to be. I wish I had a word, but I don't have a word because I know what they had to go through. And I only know because it came out of their mouths to me. You know what I mean? It's not because I have an idea, because I went through it. No. I didn't grow up nothing like my daddy. He a boomer. He didn't grow up dealing with, and we went to the exact same schools. I went to the same schools my daddy went to. My dad didn't grow up feeling racial animus towards him. In Houston, Texas.
Really?
No. Absolutely not. My dad went to integrated schools, like all that. So it's like for my dad to not have felt any of that, and then for me to not have felt any of that, and like now shit is going back to what his grandfather dealt with. You know what I mean? That just has to be.
Crazy.
It's disheartening, but like it's like, damn, am I a dummy? I fell for the okie doke. That is what I fear.
Yeah,
because people are just. I think a lot of people, just like you just said, are very much, this can't happen. It doesn't make sense. And I ain't gonna lie, that's how I felt about Roe v. Wade. When Roe v. Wade, when that situation happened, right now, I believe that anything is possible. Anything.
I agree.
I mean, and that's
Any
a court,
fucking
that's
thing.
such a popular court case from how long ago? And
Yeah.
we're overturned.
I couldn't believe it.
Listen, they're gonna be talking about us. This era that we're in right now,
Oh, absolutely.
we're going to be in
I don't
textbooks,
want that.
honey.
I'm good. I just
Child, please pray for us millennials, please.